Welcome to Nick Nack's Corner. I'm Nick, wearing my wizarding robe, and I'm in a corner. Today, I'm going to do some more Tolkien talk. We're going to talk about Frodo Baggins. I find a lot of people seem to find Frodo the most useless member of the Fellowship. They don't like his whining, they don't like his complaining, or trials he has to go through. But when you think about it, he's being corrupted by the ring the entire time. Bilbo had it for years, and it corrupted him quite extensively, and even made him not age a day. And that's sort of the same thing that happens with Frodo. But the closer Frodo gets with the ring to Mount Doom, the more he is affected by it. The more he is weighed down by the burden of responsibility. You gotta remember, the ring wants to be found. It wants to make its way back to its master. And the only way it's going to get back to Sauron is if Frodo is corrupted enough that he is unable to complete his task. I find he is... I am also one of the guilty ones for used to calling him kind of like weak and annoying and stuff, because he does complain a lot in the books and in the movies about, how heavy it is. And when you're watching it, you're going, it's just a ring, how can it be so heavy? And then you kind of forget about the burden and the weight and the magical power that the ring has. The ring only really works for those who can wield magic. Didn't work at all for Tom Bombadil. If Gandalf or Galadriel had taken it, they would be quite powerful. If Saruman had gotten it, he would be quite powerful. Mostly because Gandalf and Saruman are also of the same demigod race as Sauron. And both of them would have become very powerful sorcerers in their own right if they had taken the ring, and would have been able to control it in a sense of themselves. There's 30 years between Bilbo's party and Frodo leaving. Speaking of Bilbo, I got my Bilbo right here. He's such a good little kitty cat. Also, Sam is the true hero of the story. If it wasn't for Sam, the ring would have never got to Mordor. Frodo had all of his wonderful gear to help him along, Sting and Mithril chainmail, but you gotta think he gave all that to Sam eventually, because Sam was the one using it more than Frodo. Frodo just had to carry the ring. That's all he needed to carry in order to get to where he needed to go. Gollum was there as well, and as you can see how affected by the ring he was for hundreds of years of having the ring. He's turned into a creature unlike the water folk that we know as a type of hobbit. Hobbits can't swim generally, and so they don't go near water. But there is a group called the river folk, and they are hobbits, and they are more used to being on the river than the others. Also, not very great swimmers, but still swim a little bit. So, as you can see, the ring has a strong hold on those who wield it, and I don't think it's fair to say that Frodo is a wuss, a wimp, or that he is annoying, because he truly isn't. He's just someone corrupted by the ring. Whenever people list off their favorite hobbits, me included, Frodo is usually among the last ones to get listed. To me, the first hobbits I list is Bilbo. He's my favorite. That's why I named the cat Bilbo. Merry, Sam, Pippin, then Frodo. That's my enjoyment of the characters throughout the book. But I need to be able to keep in my head while I'm reading that Frodo has a massive responsibility of him, and it's going to take all of his effort and all of his time to try and make the world right again. And I think that Frodo does a great job of it, and I believe Tolkien did an amazing job creating a character that you can look at in one sense and then in a completely different order just go, this is his mindset, this is what's happening. And even though he doesn't show you, although he doesn't tell you, he shows you. And that's the best aspect of a good writer, is when they show and don't tell. And I think that is the whole point of Frodo, is it's all show and no tell. And like his wounds never heal, his sting from Shelob and his stab from the Morgul blade, both of them he feels for years after the effect. And I think that is also a part of his character, where you kind of looking like, oh, he's just complaining a little bit more, but really he's not. He's being quite honest. And I have a bum leg, I have PTSD, I can tell you, you don't have to see things for them to be real. And they can affect you in every which way possible. And I think it's important to remember that and to realize that as you're going along through the books. Anyway, I think that'll cover it for today. We'll talk more about Frodo another time, and also more about other characters as well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please do down below. My Tumblr and Goodreads will be down below as well, so if you like to see what I'm doing there. And I hope you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye.